Time is 4:03 p.m. Welcome to the April 28th, 2022 Diamond Head Water and Sewer District regular meeting. I now call this meeting to order. Ms. Wilson, will you please call the roll?
Chairman John Kirschenbaum.
Here.
Vice Chairman Brian Griffith is absent. Treasurer Ben Taylor.
Here.
Commissioner Mark Bisecker.
Here.
And Commissioner Louis Hertel.
Here.
Thank you.
Let the record show that we do have a quorum with phone-in participation. Will everyone, if able, please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Moving on the agenda. Will someone move to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hertel. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Any discussion on the agenda or additions? I'm hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
With none opposed, that motion carries. Public comments. Ms. Wilson, did anyone request to address the commission or send in any comments to be addressed?
No, sir.
Very good. Thank you. Motion to approve the minutes for the regular meeting held on April 14th, 2022. Will someone approve?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Hertel. Do I have a second?
Second. I'll second.
Thank you, Mr. Bisecker. Any discussion from those minutes? I'm hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
With none opposed, that motion carries. Agenda item 5, the General Manager's Report. Mr. Carden.
Thanks, sir. We'll start with the Southeast Water Main Replacement Project on the Hilo Street area. They're continuing to work towards the completion, which is expected probably around the end of May. The crews have installed 7 new water services, 3 valves, 2 fire hydrants since the last meeting, and the project is about 90% complete. On the elevated water tank project, water piping has been installed from the tank area to the existing drainage crossing in front of Veterans Drive. Connection into the existing water main will be done next week. The contractor will, of course, coordinate with us in doing so. Pile installations are expected to begin the first part of June for the foundation. Digital engineering is currently reviewing the submittals, and it's going to be 66 90-foot-long concrete pilings used for the foundation. I think they can haul 2 of them per truck, from what I remember from the meeting. The Water System Improvement Project Phase 2, digital engineering has received a contract signed from the contractors, and submittals are being reviewed at this time. And Mr. Bruce Newton is here tonight if we have any questions for digital engineering for those projects. Water System Improvement Project Phase 3, pre-construction meeting was held on 4/14. All submittals have been received and reviewed. The project will begin construction in August due to projected material delivery times. We're still fighting those issues with all of our projects on the material deliveries. The sanitary sewer system hydraulic model, planned developments have been added to the model, and a design storm was simulated. We used an 8.5-inch rain event, and I looked at some of those results today, which are very pleasing, and we'll have some other results coming up soon. Meeting has been scheduled to review the results after that 10-inch. We're going to do a 10-inch event, and we'll have another meeting and talk about it, and looking at some other issues with the system. On the sewer improvements project basins 13, 16, 17, the pre-con meeting was held on 4/14. Notice to proceed was issued for May 23rd, 2022. The project will begin with TV crews videoing all of the sewer lines within each sewer drainage basin in that project, 13, 16, 17. One of those reasons is, there were a lot of things that happened after we initially videoed them to build and design this project with the C-Spire and AT&T contractors coming in. So if there's anything that has been missed since our initial video, they'll catch it on their videos, and we'll have to address it at that time. But that's one of the reasons, and it's normal course of action to video them before we do a job like this. We had no abandonment of easements this week, or the last 2 weeks rather. In new construction, we didn't have any new residential or water and sewer connections, but we have 17 for the year. The sewer cleanout project, the guys installed 8 new sewer cleanouts and 9 cleanout castings were set. There were 6 water service repairs, 3 after hours, 2 sewer service backups, 3 after hours, 2 sewer manholes were repaired. One 8-inch sewer main was repaired on Indian Hill, which we found to be from old damages as a result of the previous ceasefire contractors who are now bankrupt. 1 water main repair was done on Maui Circle, which was damaged from contractors working in that area. And the East Aloha Drive, we're still waiting revised drawings from the city. I spoke to the city manager, and they are preparing those drawings with new revisions of relocating the existing water main to be outside of that right-of-way area. So well 1, the Vero Frequency Drive, has been delivered and is expected to be installed tomorrow.
Great.
At well 1, so that'll be a good thing to get off our backs. At the drainage ditch on Colo Court, the pipe supports are still holding steady that we had installed previously. And there is a sign of a little bit of erosion upstream, which is to be expected. We're still waiting a plan from the city manager. City manager, public works director, and I all went out to an area north of Hawaka Lane last week to walk and look at how we can get in there to video some of our sewer mains. This area is just north of Kaiki Drive, to determine the work we need to do in order to access it with our equipment. So they're developing a plan to assist in getting that right-of-way shaped up for us to get our equipment in there. So hopefully we can get that videoed soon. That's all I have.
Very good, sir. Thank you. Any questions, Mr. Ertel?
No.
Any questions, Mr. Bisecker?
No.
Mr. Taylor?
No, sir.
Thank you, gentlemen. Only question I would have, the sewer manhole repairs you did, were those part of the planned? We had a separate project for lining of sewers and manholes that was on our CIP plan. Was this some of those, or is this
No.
just
This
additional?
is stuff that the maintenance crews have found that needed to be done that we could do in-house. And they're not lining or anything, they're just resetting the casting and the mortar at the top
Oh,
to keep from getting any inflow. But if it needs relining, we'll call in the contractor to do that, or put it in that project.
very good. And so after the camera of basins 13, 16, and 17, what's their construction start date? Did they give you one?
I haven't gotten their
They haven't got their schedule.
yet.
That answers that question. Very good. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Moving on. Agenda item 6.1.A. We have a motion to approve DNA Underground Pay App number 6 in the amount of $126,877.50 for the time period of January 21, 2022 through February 20, 2022, leaving a remaining balance of $520,232.40 on this contract. Will someone move to approve?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Ertel. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Bisecker. Any discussion on this? I guess the only question I would have is we're 90% complete and we're not 90% spent. They're just behind on billing? We'll say so.
Gives us more to hold at the end if we have problems.
Yeah. Keep going the way they're going. Very good, sir. Any further discussion on that? I'm hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
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 With none opposed, that motion carries. Did we just lose somebody and pick them back up?
I'm still here.
Okay.
I'm still here.
Okay, very good. Moving on, we get into agenda item 6.3.A. We have a motion to spread upon the minutes the executed contract with CB Developers approved by the board on March 24th, 2022. Will someone move to approve?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Ertel. A second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Any discussion on this? I'm hearing none. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
With none opposed, that motion carries. That gets us out of the construction projects, but Mr. Newton is here. Would you like to, you got anything you want to update us on?
No, sir, I don't have anything to add besides what David, briefed you guys on. That was the update for those projects.
So the review that you're doing is on the pile design itself, or is it on other things?
Just to submit those various equipment and paint and different things that they just submit. As it comes in, we review it, turn it around to them quickly.
Perfect. Thank you, sir. All right, moving out of construction and into financials, we have agenda item 7.1.A. It is a motion to approve the docket of claims in the amount of $172,942.15. Will someone move to approve?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Ertel. Second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Taylor. Any discussion on that? I didn't see anything that jumped out at me. All in favor?
Aye.
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 With none opposed, that motion carries. Agenda item 7.1.B, the unapproved docket of claims were approved in agenda items 6.1 through 6.5 in the amount of $126,877.50. With no old business or new business on the agenda, that brings up adjournment. Is there anything anybody else needs to bring up? I'm hearing none. The next meeting of the Board of Commissioners is scheduled for May 12th, 2022 at 4 p.m. at Diamond Head City Hall Council Chambers. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Thank you, Mr. Ertel. A second.
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Bisecker. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 With none opposed, that motion